Let's take a look at one of today's trending tickers, Canopy Growth. Shares of the cannabis company are moving higher after Constellation Brands made some moves to take a bigger stake. Our Heidi Chung has the latest. Heidi?
Brian, finally, some good news for Canopy Growth investors. We are seeing shares up about 5% here in early trade, and that's after Constellation Brands boosted its stake in pot company Canopy Growth by about 5% over the weekend, bringing Constellation's total stake to about 38.6%. The beer giant exercised 245 million Canadian dollars worth of warrants, and the company also made that move ahead of that warrants expiration Friday evening. Constellation CEO Bill Newlands saying in a statement, quote, "While global legalization of cannabis is still in its infancy, we continue to believe the long-term opportunity in this evolving market is substantial. Canopy is best positioned to win in the emerging cannabis space, and we are confident in the strategic direction of the company under David Klein and his team." Now, in terms of optics, this obviously looks good that Constellation is boosting its stake. This move not only signals its confidence in Canopy Growth, but also in the broader cannabis industry. And we've been talking a lot about this industry because the investors of this industry have been struggling. If you recall, pot stocks have just been beaten down over the past couple of years. Taking a look at just the past 12 months here, shares of Canopy Growth are down 69%, Tilray down 85%, Kronos down 66%, Aurora down a whopping 92%. All of that while the broader market is only down about 2% here. So finally, some bright news coming out of the space. That being said, it's sort of a wait and see to see if all this legalization happens here in the US, which is, of course, the biggest market for cannabis.
Yeah, Heidi, I think you hit it, right? It's legalization. There's no global legalization of marijuana, at least not on the horizon anytime soon, especially I have to think the pandemic has sort of pushed that back a little bit. But I'm curious what Constellation Brands' long-term goal here is. We know Constellation Brands owns Corona beer, among other brands. It's taken it on the chin because of the coronavirus, right? The names being the same has not been good for that brand. But going forward, are they looking at CBD products? I mean, how do they want to sort of maybe incorporate Canopy Growth into their own product line?
Well, Constellation, Alexis, is one of those companies that is not a cannabis company, but was looking to really dip its toes in the entire industry. That being said, like you mentioned, beer sales just have been taking it on the chin for several years at this point. So this really is a move to broaden out its portfolio, putting its bet on cannabis, hoping that potentially, you will see CBD be approved by the FDA, and you can start making consumer products such as beer, just an array of products that include hemp as well as CBD. So it's just an early bet. It hasn't really paid off for the company yet, but yeah, this is just a move to broaden out that portfolio.